Okay, so I want to talk to you today about mindfulness in business. Now, mindfulness is a technique that's originated in Eastern philosophy, and it's basically about stilling our mind, trying to keep our mind in the present purposefully and non-judgmentally. Now, there's been quite a lot of research into mindfulness that's demonstrated some real benefits around well-being in terms of reduced blood pressure, greater clarity, improvements in decision making, etc. And this is why a lot of organisations have started to implement it to help with their well-being. So some of the organisations that are currently using well-being include Houses of Parliament, Apple, Procter & Gamble, Transport for London, so quite a range of organisations. Now, a few months ago, a large corporate client contacted me and said that they wanted to introduce a mindfulness program for their, as they describe them, hard-nosed managers. So I thought, wow, this is going to be a bit of a challenge then. First of all, the fact that they are hard-nosed managers, and secondly, the fact that the language of mindfulness, the language of reflection and meditation is quite alien to the business world. It's not at all the language that we typically use. So I was very careful to only choose exercises where I could demonstrate a real link between mindfulness and business improvements. So when it came to the course, I was a little apprehensive about how these tough-nosed managers were going to react to mindfulness, but actually it was very well received. Once they realised that I wasn't going to be handing any kaftans out, and the fact that I managed to put the course into very much a strong business context meant that they could relate to it very well, and therefore they were able to participate and really gain something from it. Now, the thing is with mindfulness, it's not only useful for dealing with workplace pressures, it can also be very useful for helping with a range of other pressures instead. One of the things that I taught on the course was patience and acceptance. And patience and acceptance are about accepting the fact that there will always be situations that we cannot change. And therefore, all we can do is accept them and respond in a mindful manner so that it minimises the stress and pressure that we experience. Now, interestingly, about a month ago, this client who commissioned the work rang me and he was really excited because he said, oh, I've been trying out all these mindfulness techniques and they really work. He does a lot of travel for his work, and on this particular day, he was on the motorway and there was some sort of incident and all the traffic ground to a halt. So, of course, initially he started getting all irritated and stressed, as we do in these situations. And then he started using the mindfulness techniques, and he said it was incredible. He was really calm and relaxed and managed to remain calm and relaxed even when he arrived home, which was about 2 or 3 hours later than he'd anticipated. But interestingly, he contrasted his behaviour with that of other motorists around him on the motorway who were clearly getting stressed and irritated. So, as I said earlier, there is a lot of research demonstrating that mindfulness can be a very useful technique in helping with well-being. However, the research is demonstrating that mindfulness is very useful in certain situations and in certain contexts, and less so in others. So what I'm going to be doing in the near future is putting out another post on the types of situations where mindfulness will gain you some real benefits with your well-being, and conversely the types of situations where you're better looking for another well-being intervention. So watch this space.